All right, well, um, you can see that I've deleted this stump that I had coming here. I liked it, but no, I didn't want a connection between foreground and background there. I'm going to, I don't know if you can see it through the camera, but I can see that this is a little darker in value where the stump was. I need to make sure that that's removed so there's no residual effect of that stump ever having been from here to here. Anyway, the water. As you can see, it's still not finished. I decided to hop down into these rocks here because they didn't require a lot. And I thought, you know, I'm getting to the point of the painting that I thought, okay, I want an area that's completely finished. I have these rocks that I'm considering completely finished. These as well. The water from here to here, completely finished now. Because I did play in it. I straightened this line. It's a little too razor straight possibly, but that's okay. If I want to break it up, I can do that still. But yes, these rocks, I wanted this one very much more in the foreground than this collection. These, you know, they're all in the shade, but I wanted these two to be a little more subdued. So I didn't have to change them. I just had to bring up some of the values on this foreground piece. The crevices in the rock I decided to keep quite dark. So that's just ultramarine blue and a little bit of raw umber and hints of white here and there. These rocks are just really a combination of ultramarine blue, alizarin crimson, okay, raw umber, yellow ochre, and hints of white. I'm hoping you can see this, but this is more purple, higher value. We're leaning a little more raw umber in here, so it's a little dirtier, lower value as well. We come over here, and we've gone more raw umber and alizarin crimson, and a little less ultramarine blue. So we go a little warmer, a little redder, but still very, very, very low values. The water. I had mentioned. I think I did anyway. That I could see a visual hole appearing here in this area, and I would have to do something with it. So what I did was I started to change it. This is not finished at all. None of the water below here is really finished. I've just kind of willy-nilly went in and broke up this light area. I didn't have to finish it with my darker strokes because I'm going to come back in with lighter strokes in various areas to make it a little more interesting. Nothing dramatic, but needs to be broken up a little bit. It's getting more organized. It's not there yet. Here too, like even here, it's pretty. It's dark. That's fine, but it needs a bit of breaking up. I can't just have this slice of light that's sort of coming from the right and reflecting down to here, and then it just stops. Now, okay, the water back there is very calm. As we come forward, we have sort of a cat's paw of wind coming across the water, and when you have that, then you end up with small wavelets, rivulets of water, and they will begin to pick up light from elsewhere in the painting, or behind you, you know, stuff that's off the painting. So that's why I've given this a bit of texture, because we're going to pretend there's some wind coming across here. A light breeze, a light temporary breeze. I'm going to need to take, I'm not going to go as high a value as this line, but I'm going to need to take some of these higher value colors and very strategically lay the odd one in here and there so that we're picking up a little bit of that reflection just to break this up. What I don't want to do is ruin this effect of this downward curve that we have here. Quite like that. I think that's effective. So what we're going to have is catching light in places here and catching light in places here. But this has to be the stronger of the two. That shouldn't be a problem because finger painting here for a second. Nope, don't like it. Oh, Sorry, the light cut a ridge. Okay, that's getting worse. um, yeah, this will be subtle. Some of the colors down here in the light areas will be picking up probably from the sky. Not quite like that. More like this. Grays, bluish grays. This will be sort of ambient reflection. This will be more direct reflection from the rocks. Again, just the odd stroke, but only a little higher in value. Not as high as this, but somewhere in here. Okay, am I blithering again? I think so. Okay, this is just bothering me. It's funny. I'm distracted now. This stroke, for all I know, might end up going back, but right now it's just irritating. I want that dark for the moment. Or darker. Okay, stop it, Phil. Alright, that's it for now. I would have waited with this video, but I'm probably playing on my motorcycle tomorrow if things go well. In which case I'll be ignoring the painting for a while. Or for tomorrow. But who knows? I'm likely going to play some more on it tonight. And then, it's funny, you lay in this kind of intensity here, and once I have a few highlights in here and made this more interesting, this whole band becomes very blah. It kind of becomes less interesting because it's all sort of mid-tone values, not a great variety because we have this intensity here. I don't want to make an area this large and replicate it up here to compete, but we can afford to have a little bit of sparkle on a few bushes here and there. We can afford to raise the value on some of the forms that are back there. And as I said before, connective tissue. By that I mean taking these values and maybe allowing a bit of sun to splash on this grass behind here, maybe a little bit here, and then running up onto the bottom of a bush, That connects that distance, bridges this grassy area by going from here to here, or from here to here. Or I haven't decided yet where it's going to happen. Anyway, that's for the very near future. And I say very near future because, let me twist the tripod. Because I'll see you in the very near future. Wait a sec. I should zoom in. I should zoom in on a couple of spots here. Because I'm blithering, but see, I just want to zoom in on that area of the water. It's not done at all, but it's much more interesting than it was before I broke it up a little bit. And you can see the higher value on this foreground bit of boulder, right? And you can see the raw umber and ultramarine blue in those cracks. Even though they're dark areas, they need to have a little bit of color. A little bit, not much. We don't want just black in there. We need some kind of interest. Okay, so that's our playing. That's our playing for today. And that, when I see it through the camera right now, it looks kind of blinding, but that's all right. It will not stay that way. And got to remember too that what you see through the camera is nowhere near as articulate as what I see in real time, face to face with the painting. Talk to you soon, guys.